Welcome to the City of Seattle's community meeting for Excess City Supply Access Equity.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Nonila Masmela. I am the Deputy Director here at the City of Seattle, Facilities Administrative Services and Logistics and Emergency Management, where this program is housed. Today, we'll be reviewing our proposed program that will hopefully be able to help your program and/or your needs. Please hold all questions, comments, concerns towards the end of this presentation, and we will take all those questions at the end. Welcome again, and hope you enjoy the presentation.
To turn on closed captioning, including language translation via closed captioning, in your WebEx window at the bottom left-hand side, you will see a circle with a dot and a box that has the letters C and C for closed captioning. Select this icon and then select to turn on WebEx Assistant. You will now see at the bottom left-hand side of your window a new icon with that gray box with the letters CC, and next to that there will be an icon that looks like the roof of a house. Click on that roof icon and you will see spoken language, which will be English, and then the caption language, which is where you can select to have captioning in the language of your choice. City of Seattle's Facilities and Administrative Services Department, through its Logistics and Emergency Management, or LIM division, is responsible for the disposition of certain surplus city items. The LIM division is utilizing the Race and Social Justice Initiative to advertise to women and minority-owned business enterprises and nonprofits the availability of these items and information on how to obtain these items. Our project team consists of members throughout our division, everyone from our division director to our chief warehouser. The Seattle Race and Social Justice Initiative is a citywide effort to end institutionalized racism and race-based disparities in city government. RSJI builds on the work of the civil rights movement and the ongoing efforts of individuals and groups in Seattle to confront racism. The initiative's long-term goal is to change the underlying system that creates race-based disparities in our community and to achieve racial equity. City departments engage in this work via use of the Racial Equity Toolkit. The Racial Equity Toolkit, or RET, lays out a process and a set of questions to guide the development, implementation, and evaluation of policies, initiatives, programs, and budget items to address the impacts of racial equity. Our RET and LIM seeks to eliminate racial disparities by building a new systemic structure and centering on WMBE communities through reinvesting in the community, reinvesting proceeds into the community, and rebuilding generational wealth. Through our proposed program, the city seeks to provide excess supplies to WMBE organizations at low cost and 501c3 organizations at low to no cost. Our program process works by the WMBE and 501c3 organizations submitting a copy of the 501c3 certification to the city. The city verifies the 501c3 certification and adds the contact information for that organization to the eligibility list. Eligible participants are then contacted when new equipment arrives. Participants physically inspect the equipment and arrange for the pickup of the item from the city warehouse. Our RET program process works as follows. When the warehouse receives items for surplus, LIM leadership determines which items are eligible to be issued for free and or for a low fee. The warehouse then identifies eligible WMBEs and notifies them by email that those supplies are available. The WMBE then comes in and inspects the item. If the WMBE wants the item, the WMBE then makes an appointment to schedule the item for pickup. The WMBE must utilize the item as described in the user agreement that will be signed by the WMBE, which basically ensures that the item will be used within the WMBE community. And finally, the RET team will review this process to ensure that the program is meeting the goals established by the RET and report back to community. One of the purposes of today's meeting is to get additional information from stakeholders. Questions we have include, how does the current process impact your organization and the communities you represent? Does this program help to remove barriers to the communities you represent in obtaining these supplies? And what can we do to improve this process? So the next steps for this program are to obtain feedback from you today, which will be incorporated into the program. The program will then very shortly be rolled out, and you will be contacted when this occurs. The program's performance will be reviewed, and over the course of 6 months, we will continue to review the program, at which time in 6 months, the results of the program's performance will be shared with the community. When this information is shared, we will be soliciting further feedback. Further information on the program can be found at our warehousing website. We want to take the time to thank you for attending this presentation, and we would now like to open the floor for questions.